So hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss this problem which name is first unique character in a string. So this is today's Leetcode challenge. So what we are given without wasting any time, we will come up to this problem. So what it is in it, we are given a string s. So what we have to do, we have to find out the first non-repeating character in it and return its index. So if it doesn't exist, then we have to return -1. So basically, from the example itself, you can notice this that we have to do we have to find out the first non-repeating character, which means the first character which is not repeating only one time in a particular string. So what we have to do that we are given a string s equals to lead code. So in this you can see that the L1, this one, the L is repeating only one time, E is repeating three times, T is repeating one time, C is repeating one time. So what we have seen in this, we have seen the first non-repeating character, which is L. So we have written its index. So we have to return the index of that character. So that's a simple logic. Similarly, in this string, you can see that love lead code. You can see that L is two times, O is two times occurring, B is one time, E is three times occurring, D is one time occurring. So what we have seen, L is occurring two times. It is occurring more than one time. So it is a repeating character. Now we will move on to next. O is occurring two times, which means O is also a repeating character. But V is occurring only one time, and it is the first one to occur only one time in the string. So we have written its index. So what is index? 0, 1, 2. So what we have written? 2. Now let's come up to the its explanation. So we can that I have explained this further that lead code in lead code L is the first one not non-repeating element character. So we will return its index 0. In this s equals to AABB. So what we have to done? So what we have to do in this that firstly we will check A. A is coming two times. Then A is also A is present. B is occurring two times. So what we have seen that there is none of the character is occurring only one time. So there is no any type of character present in it, which is occurring only one time. So what will be done to it? We will return its input as -1 because there is no non-repeating character in it. So we will return its input as -1. So it's very easy problem. Now let's move on to the coding part. Or you can say firstly we will learn its logic. So we can do it using the counter. So those who know the Python may know about the counter dot most common function. So what it will do, it will return the uh, strings or the lists value into key value pair in a tuple. In a tuple of basically the character as well as its repeating time, its frequency. Suppose this lead, we can say this lead code. If what we have done, if we have written A equals to what we have done, if we have written A equals to counter of what? Counter of L. Suppose L is the list in which we have stored the string element, the S string element. So dot most common. So what it will do, what it will do, it will return the element as follows. What will return? The output will be like this. But it will sort it in the decreasing form, which means it will the most repeating element will come first one, then in this way. Just for example here, E3. Then what will become? The main characteristic of this function is also that it will not disturb our uh, order. For example, L is coming first. Firstly, it will see that most repeat or most frequency element. So E3. Now it will come up to the lower. It's the lower than that. So we can see that there is no any type of character present in this string. which is occurring two times. So it will find out the one time. So the first one that is occurring one time is L. So it will return L1. Now what it will do, then it will goes to this part T. It will return T1 and then C1 according to the order and O1 just like this and T1. So the second method which we can use is by using the hash map. In the hash map, what we will do that we will store its frequency of character. Frequency of characters means we will store the character as well as its frequency. For example, L is occurring one time, then we will return, then we will store the L as well as its frequency. E is occurring three times, we will store E and three. So then we will define a variable index equals to -1. We will iterate a loop and find out if this condition, if that if we will iterate to the string s, then what we will find out that if its frequency, if the character's frequency is 1, then we will assign its index equals to I and break. So the question that come up in your mind that why I have written index equals to -1, why have I assigned it as -1? So basically I have assigned it as -1 because if I have assigned it that index equals to 0, then the problem that will occur is that uh, in this lead code that here it will return 0 because the uh, non-repeating character is at 0th index L. This L, it will return 0. But what happens when this type of input will come in which there is no single time repeating element, non-repeating element character? So it will also return 0 because we have what we have assigned. We have assigned it equals to 0. Otherwise, we have to do useless. Basically, the useless if else we have to use useless if else condition to return -1. So avoiding this, we can directly return the index if this condition is not met. So this is the logic of this problem. So if this condition is met, then we will assign this index equals to I and a break because we only wanted the one. We do not want to iterate, uselessly iterate through the string. We only want the one index. So we will return its index. Now, if we try to code it, then what will we do? B equals to. So firstly, what will we do? B equals to we will try to make its half space map. So in Python, how we can iterate through the string. So for L in S, for L in S, that means it will iterate through the firstly it will take the L E E T like this. So if L not in D, so what it will do? It will what will we do? It will assign its correct frequency as 1. Otherwise, it will assign its frequency as DL plus equals to 1 and index equals to -1. So what it will signifies that if L is in S, for example, it means it's basically an iteration, just like we do for I in range a length of A, then Si like this. We are simply iterating. So if L not in D, what it means? Basically, firstly it will just I will tell you the logic that firstly it will take L. Okay, then it is presently empty. So it will drop it like here inside it and assign its frequency as 1 because this hash map do not know that it's present at first it do not know its frequency. So it will assign it as 1. Then it will come up to this E, this E1, one index E. So it's also not inside this D. Then what it will assign its frequency as 1. Then it come to this tooth index E. So what it will do, it will assign its frequency as 2. But why? Because it is already present in it, and in else what we have done, we have written that we have to append it by its frequency by 1. So what it means, it basically means that is has occurred two times. Now here come T. So T has not occurred yet in this D hash map. So we will append it inside it with its frequency as initially 1. Then we will do it. Then when it comes to this E, what it will do? It has already E with frequency 2, then it will again append it, and we will conclude that E occurs 3 times. Now, what we have done, we have assigned an index equals to -1. So we have done this so that we can directly return the answer if this input is taken under consideration, which means if there is not any type of repeating element. No, so non-repeating element. So basically what we have done, but we have for I in range length of s, so we are iterating through the string s. So what we have done, we have run this condition that t si means the frequency of that particular string is e double equals to 1, then index equals will be I, the ith index of the character, and we will break because we only wanted the first non-repeating character. Then what will we do? We will simply return this index. So let's run this code, and this code is running pretty much faster. It's pretty much optimized. It's relevant. So the second solution, I will directly show you the solution. So basically what happens, we can do it by using the counter that I have explained earlier. So I will directly explain this code to you. So basically, I will explain this code like this. So what will we do? Firstly, we will convert it into the list. Then we will see equals to -1 is like this. Is this like this one, this one. There is not any. I have done this because I will use the index function to find out the index of the element. So to not conflict, to not create any type of difficulty, I have written c equals to -1. We will turn this c later on as an index. What I have done? I have done a equals to counter l dot most common. So let's show you what it's written so that you can understand it more better. So what I have done, what we will do here, if we run this code, then it will run fine. And if we print, if we try to print this a, then what will be the output? So basically, see, the output will be like this. It means it will not break its order, and but it will return it in decreasing order. For example, E is returned 3 times, so it will return its first. Then if there is any character which occurs 2 times, then whose frequency is 2, then then it will occur there, here, then. But the main thing in this problem is that the thing that only matter for us is that this one these one frequency element, and it is coming in a particular order because the counter do not interrupt the order in which it occurs. Just like occurs here first time, one time, then D, then C, then O, then E, then C, then O, then E. You can see that. You firstly you just try it by yourself, then after that you will understand this better. So by then same condition, we will iterate through this A that we have created through this. Then if that if this element, if this thing is equals to 1, if its frequency is equals to 1, then what we will do? We will see re- we will assign c is equals to s dot means the index of this element. If this equals to 1, then we will break. Just like then we have find only the first non-repeating character. Then we will return the c. So basically, this will also run fine. If we try to run this like this, So basically, this problem is very easy. If you have to must try this by yourself, and you can see my video for the reference. Thank you and have a nice day. And if you like my channel, please like, subscribe my channel, and comment below.